Alright, so for those of you who are new here, and for those of you who don't really know me, I am Asian, okay? I think we can all agree on that. But what a lot of you guys don't know is that I grew up in a very white area, okay? A very small white town in Boston, Massachusetts. And, like I said before, I am not white. I am Asian as fuck. So I went through a very universal experience of being one of the only Asian people in a very white area. Now, for those of you who don't know what that's like, racism. That is about it. If you are Asian and you grow up in a white area, you will never forget the fact that you are Asian. Not because everyone else is white, but because you are the one minority that white people are not afraid to make fun of, okay? No spoiled white kid has the balls to be racist to a black kid's face. But for some reason, I guess Asian people, fuck them, right? Like, just what? As a matter of fact, I have heard so many different names and slurs that I made a fucking video ranking them. Just talking about the best slurs you can call an Asian person. I also shared in that video my experience of being an Asian guy in a white town. But either way, it's not like I was bullied, you know, I had friends, I wasn't like just made fun of for being Asian all the time, but I still didn't like it, okay? I really didn't. Now listen, I'm not proud to say this, but I low-key believe the stereotype. I always thought I was different. I thought I was a whitewashed Asian because most of the Asians for where I'm from kind of do fit the stereotype. They're very nerdy, very quiet, don't really do too much. I was one of maybe like 5 kids in my grade who were Asian, and I was the only one who played sports and got along with kids who weren't fucking weird, I guess you could say. And because of that, I thought I was different. I thought I was a whitewashed Asian who was just different from normal fucking Asians. That was until I moved to Southern California, because Southern California Asians live in their own little fucking bubble. Like, as someone who lived in the whitest area of the East Coast for 18 fucking years, do you have any idea the culture shock I got when I started seeing people who looked like me, who actually like fucking acted like me? Because Southern California Asians and the type of Asians you think of when you live in a white area are drastically different. First things first, remember the stereotype that Asian people are smart? Throw that shit out the fucking window. You know, back in high school, I was kind of self-conscious because I was never the smartest kid despite being Asian, but holy fuck, I feel so much better about myself now. And don't get me wrong, okay, SoCal definitely still has the stereotypical nerdy, quiet Asians you think of, but for every one of those, you have the loud, obnoxious, fucking skater kid frat Asian that, like, no one likes. Oh, fuck. Now, the reason I'm talking about this whole SoCal Asian culture is because recently it's been blowing up all over social media. Now, here's the thing, okay? Usually this would be a good thing, you know? Asians have never really had much representation on social media. We had fucking Niga Higa and Rice Gum. But either way, ever since some guy ate a bat in China and COVID happened, that has all changed. There is now a site on TikTok called Asian TikTok, focusing mainly on Asians from Southern California. And as an Asian person who grew up in the East and moved to Southern California, I fucking hate it. It's terrible. Before Asian TikTok, most Asian content creators were just content creators who happened to be Asian. But now most of them are just copy and paste TikTokers who glorify the stereotype of being an Asian from Southern California. And let me tell you, as someone who grew up in the East Coast and moved to SoCal, it is like the corniest shit I have ever seen.
Hey, so what are your hobbies?
So what do you like to do?
So what kind of music do you like to listen to?
So who do you listen to?
You know the stereotype that all Asian people look and act the same? It's almost as if these motherfuckers want that to be true, as if they want to feed into it. But instead of all Asians being smart and studying and disciplined, the stereotype is that they all go to raves, drink boba, and only hang out with other Asians. Before I moved to California, I did not know what an ABG was, okay? I knew what it was, but I maybe heard the term like once. For those of you who don't know, ABG stands for Asian Baby Girl, which is like a fucking archetype that these chicks choose like it's 2K. Now you're probably wondering, why is there a term for this? Well, that's because all ABGs, I'm literally cringing as I'm making this video, all do the same shit, okay? They collect Sony Angels, plushies, go to raves, and drink boba. And then you got the guy version, okay? ABBs, or Kevin Wins. I don't know why they call him Kevin Wins, but they tend to do that a lot. But pretty much, it's the exact same thing, okay? He goes to raves, drinks boba, fucking loves ABGs. Oh, and they all listen to this one guy named Keshi. And this guy right here is like the final boss of ABBs. I'm not gonna lie, I did listen to some of his songs, and they are pretty good, but he's also Asian. And there's no way that isn't the main reason as to why so many fucking ABBs and ABGs listen to him. Like, I did actually like some of his songs, but it's like, dude, if this guy was white, come on, bro. There's no way he would be the face of fucking Asians in Southern California. Like, he's literally from Texas. He's not even from California. Like, most people, like Mike Sherm, dude, only people in California listen to him because he's from California. Keshi is just some random Asian guy from Texas. Okay, like why the fuck is he the face of Asian people in Southern California? I also forgot to mention, they'll both cheat on you, ABBs and ABGs, because that's another negative stereotype that Asians have gotten, that we fucking cheat on our partners. Now, if you're like me, you're probably wondering, where did these stereotypes come from? Okay, how the fuck did this even become a thing? And that's because of the copy and paste Asian TikTokers I was talking about earlier. They all make the same shit in different fonts, okay? It's copy and paste stereotype TikToks about Asian people. POV, you're talking to an ABG. POV, you're talking to a Kevin Wynn. POV, you're doing remotely anything but you're fucking Asian. That is what they do. There is no originality or substance in this content, and all it does is just stereotype Asians in a fucking negative light.
It's cold! I want Gogos!
The only creator I can think of who follows this sort of trend who isn't just dog shit is Jason the Ween, and that's because he actually does original shit. For those of you who don't know, Jason the Ween is an Asian, and he likes ABGs. But he doesn't make it his entire personality, he does other shit. But all of these other content creators and TikTokers, their niche on TikTok is literally Asian. It's just being Asian. Now listen, if making POV Asian videos makes you happy, by all means go for it. It doesn't affect me, but I feel like they're just doing it to get views, and it's like, there's nothing good coming out of it, you know? Why don't you make, like, valid content instead of this shit, you know? Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is Seaside Bakery, okay? Because Asian TikTok is nothing without Seaside Bakery. For those of you who don't know, Seaside Bakery is a 24-hour donut pastry shop in fucking, Orange County, I think? Southern California. Pretty much the joke is that whenever you go on a date with an Asian guy from Southern California, he takes you to Seaside Bakery. That's where everyone fucking takes each other. If you haven't noticed, a lot of the examples I used for TikTok were taken at Seaside Bakery. Now listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely guilty of this, okay? I have definitely used Seaside Bakery to my advantage. But come on, dude, can you blame me? That's like the teacher giving you the answer key and you not using it. Like, what do you mean? Of course I'm gonna fucking use it. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because this used to be just a normal donut shop, okay? Nothing out of the ordinary. Then all of a sudden, fucking TikTok just turns it into like an Asian hotspot. Like, I'm not kidding. If you go to Seaside Bakery in Newport right now, it will be filled with a bunch of fucking Asians. So at this point, it's like not even a bakery anymore. I mean, people still buy the stuff there, but it's pretty much just like an in real life Tinder for Asian people. Like, literally, my two friends were driving up to LA for the weekend, and one of the things on their to-do list was to go to Seaside Bakery and look at ABGs. I am not fucking kidding. That was on their to-do list. And that was my introduction to Seaside Bakery. I was honestly astonished. I was like, huh? There's like a store that Asians can link up at just to meet other Asians, like what? And it's just funny because it's a small family-owned Cambodian business, you know? It's like, it's just like, it has no business being on fucking Asian TikTok, right? But it is kind of cool, you know, their sales definitely went up since that shit blew up, I assume, so like, there is some good coming out of this situation. But besides turning Seaside Bakery into an Asian hotspot, they also just fucking ruined it. They turned it into a goddamn TikTok like hellhole.
Cobra Kai!
$1 a mystery ABG.
Like I said before, I've been on 2 dates to Seaside Bakery, and both times I saw TikToks being filmed, okay? And the craziest part, their TikToks weren't even big. They had about 900 followers. People are starting out with this shit. People think, you know what? The way I get big is by going to Seaside Bakery and making a fucking Asian stereotype video. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Luckily, their shit wasn't too embarrassing. I don't even know what they were making, but some of these videos taken at Seaside are just terrible.
We're Seaside guys. Of course we get the green Thai tea with boba.
Like, where is your shame? What the fuck are you doing? This guy especially, fucking Meat Sauce 79, this motherfucker has set back Asians like centuries. He's known as the Seaside guy, and his entire content is just going to Seaside Bakery and acting like a fucking mongoloid.
What's your ETA?
You.
The first ever crash out.
And it's like, dude, is this the new Asian stereotype? You know, it's gone from bat-eating bookworm nerds to fucking seaside demons who embarrass themselves in front of a camera. Like, I honestly think I'd rather be seen as like a fucking dog-eating nerd, because this shit is just pitiful. And we can all thank this motherfucker right here, Eric O. In every single TikTok video, if you go in the hashtags, it says Eric O, because this guy is the Southern California Asian. Now, I do want to clarify, he's not a dog shit creator. Just like Jason the Ween, he does have some like like Asian shit in there, but he does do other stuff. It's not his entire personality, but he was the first guy to make Southern California Asian TikToks, which has kind of snowballed into the bullshit that it is today. Now, even though I did say he's to blame for all of this, he's really not, you know? Even though he did make stereotype Asian videos, they were actually pretty fucking accurate. Like, nowadays, it's just like, ABG, Seaside Bakery, you know? It's just like the same shit. That's not even an exaggeration, by the way. Watch this video.
ABGs! ABGs! Is this ABG heaven?
Word for word, bar for bar. Also, here's another example why podcast equipment should be $1 million.
Oh, the ABG breakdown. Level 1 ABG, blonde. Level 2, balayage. Level 3, black.
Usually, when an Asian girl and they go straight blonde, they're in their party phase, usually after a breakup or something like that. But then once they go dark, they call it peak character development, and now they're in their more serious-ish phase.
Like, seriously? This is what we're doing now? Fucking ABG breakdowns? Go learn Python or some shit. But either way, guys, that's probably gonna be the video. Hope I educated at least one of you. Moral of the story, don't be a fucking weird Asian who goes to see... I don't even know, dude. Just be normal. Don't like, stop going on social media as much, honestly. Just stop. I'm really fucking tired. Either way, that's gonna be the video, guys. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't, fuck you. If you haven't already, go join the Discord. And holy shit, I am so tired. Bye. I love you all. Subscribe.